Today is my first day of college. Last night, I was just sitting on my bed because I was feeling really overwhelmed because I've never been to college and I'm 22 years old. And I've always been the type of person that just does my own thing at my own time when I feel ready. A lot of people my age actually have already graduated. When I was 17 years old, people were already talking to me about, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? What do you want to commit to as like a career or something? And I was 17 years old. I hardly knew who I was. Fast forwarding to now that I feel more comfortable with who I am, I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of myself, of like my identity. So now I feel more ready to take on this sort of responsibility and have this sort of investment. By the way, my palette is so dirty, and yes, I have a hole right here on my armpit. I never labeled myself as someone who like really wants to have a degree, who wants to have a specific job. I just knew I wanted to spend time figuring out myself. Oh, there's a bird. I feel like I have a pretty good routine with my life right now, and like everything is going uphill from it literally going downhill for quite some time. So I'm doing this like entrepreneurship program to learn about like how to manage your own business. And I love the idea of doing things on my own time and doing something that I'm actually really passionate about, building a career for myself that I actually really love, something that I really resonate with. And I'm so excited because it's actually something that I want. Like I want to have each and every one of those classes.
Check 1, 2. Here we go. I'm done with you. I'm done with this.
This is a super cute vintage leather jacket that I got out of a man's basement. It was a family friend. This is currently my favorite scarf from Aerie. It's like the cutest little yellow knit scarf, and I'm just in love with it. Too much? Too much. Still too much. So it turns out I'm not late. I thought it was Monday today, but today is Tuesday and I went into my Monday class. So I'm like an hour early here because my class doesn't start until 10 and it's like 9 something right now. But I stumbled upon the coolest woman that works here, and she actually has a son that went to high school with me. And we were kind of just reminiscing and talking about life in general. Yesterday and the past 2 days I've been feeling so overwhelmed, but today I just feel so good. Like I feel like I really resonate with what's to come. So I'm very excited for that. I'm just feeling very good. I just finished eating like 7 seconds ago. So I put on this dress and and I'm wearing it with sweatpants right now. It's really funny. This is what you see. I'm wearing sweatpants underneath it, and I just find it so funny because That is the reality of my life. I'm filming something with Ana Luisa right now because we have a little partnership going on, and I think you may have seen that in the last video. But basically, I'm talking about their super amazing jewelry, and I'm wearing this set right now. I'm obsessed. I just finished shooting some photos and some videos for the jewelry line that I'm working with right now, Ana Luisa. By the way, I have never felt so good wearing any piece of jewelry. Like, when I was going into this collaboration, I knew that they were a brand that I wanted to work with because they're a sustainable jewelry line, and that I really resonate with. I love when brands make an effort to put in that sustainability practice in their company. I guess I'm just experiencing a lot of gratitude to even be able to work with brands that I really like. Thanks to a lot of you guys who have been supporting me too, and like watching my videos, engaging on my social media platforms, including this one. Commenting, sharing, liking, all of that stuff really helps. By the way, they didn't ask me to talk about it in this video. Anyway, I want to talk about college really quickly. I actually stumbled upon, in that class, one of my old classmates, someone who I graduated with. And in our conversation, I mentioned how it was my first time ever going to college, and he told me that he went to college multiple times for different degrees and stuff, multiple different like associate's degree things that he went for, and how he kind of wished that he started where I was, where he knew himself better and he went into college knowing himself a little bit more than he did when maybe he first graduated high school. And first of all, it was so nice to know that someone my age was in the same class as me. Like, what are the odds, like, of the 5 people, him and I, that graduated at the same year from the same school, was in that same class. No matter how hard it is to kind of go against the current or go against society's standards of what you should be doing at specific ages, going to college itself is such a huge privilege. Like, college is so expensive. Know yourself enough to be committing such a large investment like a college degree. There isn't a specific age or stage in life where you have to be doing a particular thing just because everybody else is doing that. You are going to be so much happier if you follow what you feel is right for you at the time you feel like it is right for you. And I just felt like, I wrote in my journal earlier that I felt like being there kind of took away all of that anxiety, all of the negative emotions, and just like the negative thoughts that I was like forming in my mind. Like, oh, am I even gonna have any time to do YouTube? I'm probably never gonna have time to film or edit or work my other job or whatever. But being there just felt right. I feel like this couldn't have happened at a more perfect time because I understand my purpose for being in these classes. And it's so important to know why you're there. I'm just feeling so incredibly grateful because I realize I am my future self, if that makes sense, back then. And I'm just like, thank you, young Elena, for, pushing past the discomforts of not going to college at a specific age, going to college right now. Like, even though to a lot of people this stage in my life might seem weird because I'm 22 and I should have my shit together, but this feels really right for me. Like, this feels just right, just on time. I guess what I'm trying to say is don't try to chase what people are telling you that is right for you at a specific time. Do what you feel like is right for you at whatever time you feel like it is right for you. So thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I'm gonna edit for the rest of the day.
Preparing for class the day before and this morning resulted in a pretty messy room, so before sitting down to do some work, I decided to tidy up my space. While I do that, I want to share the lessons that I learned today, and maybe the lessons you may have learned with me. So number 1 is to do what feels right at your own pace. Life is an experience worth nurturing. It is not a race. 2 is that we fear the unknown, but the unknown is where we begin to move forward with our growth. I mentioned how I've been feeling really anxious about entering this new phase into my life, aka college, because I was afraid of the negative outcomes. But this turned out to be something I felt really good about when the day came and when I stepped into the newness of it all. For the rest of the night, I just decided to edit one of my videos. I organized my notebooks for class and wrote down my morning schedule and to-do list for the next day. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.